Hi everyone, I'm Nathan with the ebookreader.com. I'm going to give a comparison between the Kindle Touch and the Kindle 4 for this review. So let's start off with the hardware first. The Kindle Touch, you don't have any buttons at all on sides or anything. You just have the home button here, and then there's a power button below. So on the Kindle 4, everything's button navigation. You've got page buttons on each side. There's this larger button, and then there's the smaller button right there for going back. Okay, so we've got the back and keyboard button down here. This is the nav controller for all the navigation, and then like the menu button, and that's the home button. So just on the Kindle Touch, all you have is that home button. So that's the main difference, obviously. All the stuff with the Kindle Touch, you got the on-screen functions. In this, you bring up the menu right here. So as far as the home screen layout goes, they're pretty much the exact same. It's just that the Kindle Touch separates the items a little bit more, so they're more spread out. And for some reason, the items are darker a little bit on the Kindle Touch, but that only seems to apply to this home screen. The font contrast looks exactly the same when I load up an ebook here. As far as that goes, it probably looks a little different on the picture right now, or on the video, just because the light is coming from this side over here. So whichever one's on this side actually looks like it has a little bit lighter. But to my eyes, they look exactly the same as contrast-wise. So as far as turning pages, you do the page turns with the Kindle Touch by swiping or tapping, and then with the Kindle non-touch, obviously you've got the page buttons. And so both have the option for partial page refresh, and you can also set that to refresh every page like it does right there with the background. So I do notice a little more ghosting on the Kindle Touch than I do on the Kindle 4. I can actually see a little bit of the background text on there in the white spots. So I usually have the partial page refresh turned off on my Kindle Touch. As far as the adjusting options, the e-reading aspects are pretty much exactly the same. So you've got the same kind of you want to do notes and highlights, you just drag on screen with this one. If you want to do the highlights, or you get the dictionary, you just hold down. So with the Kindle non-touch, you got to bring down the little, just like the Kindle 3. You just bring down the cursor to whatever you want to bring up the dictionary down here, and then you also press it, and then you get the option for full definition and the highlights and notes down here. If you create a note, you get the on-screen keyboard, and then you just use this little guy right here. So definitely a lot more time consuming for writing text and notes than if you're just using the on-screen keyboard, which actually works really fast. I have found on the Kindle Touch. Okay, as far as the adjusting options go, everything is exactly the same. So you bring up the menu here by tapping the upper part of the screen, and then you have the text adjusting options, and with the Kindle 4, we've got the options in the menu. Oh, that's the go-to one. The actual font adjustment options are exactly the same. You have the same text sizes, so if you go to the larger ones, they're actually the same size. And then the same goes for the line of spacing options and the margins. It's all the same stuff. But the main thing that the Kindle 3 lacks, or the Kindle 4 lacks, is it doesn't have audio support. So it doesn't have any speakers or headphone jack. So it does not have text-to-speech like the Kindle Touch does. So it has speakers and a headphone jack. If you want to listen to the books, you can actually turn on the text-to-speech in the menu up here and listen to the book that way. So the Kindle 3 has this as well, the Kindle keyboard, the older Kindles.
Something akin to fear had begun to rise within me at the strange antics.
And since they cut the cost on the Kindle 4, it doesn't have any speakers or anything. So the audiobooks are out as well, so you can have audiobooks on the Kindle Touch. You can't have any audio files on here. So another thing with these two devices is neither of them has as many active content like games and sort of like apps that are available on the Kindle Store as the Kindle keyboard, because they were all designed mostly for the Kindle keyboard. So the active content is limited on both of these, so it just sort of depends as far as the games go, like if they've been updated for these newer Kindles yet. So something like this, touchscreen works a lot better, obviously, because you're using the cursor to move the icons around. On the touchscreen, you just go like this. It's like way easier. So yeah, the games, part of the gaming concept, do work better on the touchscreen. There's no question about that. Okay, so when it comes to PDF files, both devices are actually fairly different. The Kindle Touch, everything is done with the touchscreen. You do the double tap to zoom in, or you can pinch zoom. So the pinch zooming, it goes like this. It's not as super smooth. And then with it doesn't have any preset zoom levels. So with the older Kindles, the Kindle Touch, or the Kindle 4 and the Kindle 3, you've got these different levels of zoom. So you got 150, 200, 300, and so that brings up this box. You actually adjust how you want it on the screen. You can adjust, fine-tune adjust it if you want, and then you can use these arrows to scroll around the screen, whereas this zooms in, and then you use the pan and scroll around with your fingers. So the Kindle 4 actually has it has some more options in here. You go to the zoom and contrast, and you've got the screen rotation. So the Kindle Touch for some reason doesn't have any landscape mode at all. So that is one definite advantage that the older Kindles offer. I'm hoping that Amazon will actually offer that option in the future, but right now it stands that the Kindle Touch doesn't have any landscape mode. Okay, so both have contrast adjusting features for PDFs, which works well. So with the Kindle Touch or the Kindle 4, you bring the little cursor right here. You can do notes and highlights. And then with the Kindle Touch, obviously you just do it on screen. One cool thing about the Kindle Touch is you can actually use the text-to-speech with PDFs. And since obviously this one doesn't have any speakers, you can't use text-to-speech. Another thing about major difference with the Kindle Touch is it generates a table of contents for PDFs. So you actually get a table of contents. It doesn't do that with this one. You can have it. Sometimes if it has the table of contents, it'll just go to the book's table of contents, like at the beginning of the book. It doesn't actually generate one right here. So that is definitely an advantage with the Kindle Touch. So one major difference right now with the Kindle 4 is it's set up for different languages. It's sold internationally, and you have different options for languages in the menu here. So the Kindle Touch, it's only sold in the US right now. I don't know if they're going to sell it internationally later, so you'll have to check on that. But right now you don't have any different language options, and you don't have the other dictionaries. So this one comes with some foreign language dictionaries, and you can set those in here. The Kindle Touch does not come with those foreign language dictionaries since it's not available internationally. So that is another difference with that. Okay, so when it comes to the web browser, both devices are very different. The Kindle Touch, you've got the double tap to zoom in. With the non-touch Kindles, all of them have this little box that you can adjust to where you want it to zoom in, and then you hit the button to zoom, and then use this little guy to scroll around. You got the little mouse pointer. So that's how you interact with links too. You got the mouse pointer, and then you've also got the menu. You've also got the article view, both of them. So if you come into the menu of this one, you also have article mode, so that works well for news-oriented sites with news articles. So we've got the bookmarks. You sort of have the same whole thing set up. The one difference that the Kindle non-Kindle Touch has is the screen rotation, so you can actually go to landscape mode. And so the zooming is all done with the cursor right here. You've got the different zoom levels, and you can zoom in if you want to zoom the text in farther. So the Kindle Touch also has the pinch zooming if you want to zoom in that way. So let's go ahead and open up the same page on both of these and see which one loads faster. Let's go over to the Nook page just to be ironic. Okay, so the Kindle 4 is winning. The Kindle Touch is catching up. It looks like the Kindle 4 is totally hanging on something. There we go. So it looks like the Kindle Touch won a NAT speed test. Kindle 4 is still loading. So overall, the Kindle Touch web browser is an improvement, I would say. Sometimes it's kind of loads slow, but I mean, that's kind of a thing with all e-readers. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show is the Kindle Store. We've sort of got the same home screen here layout, and then you've got the same kind of lists. So we've got the same sort of deal. The cool thing with the Kindle Touch is you can actually view book covers like this. I kind of wish they would add this to the home screen. I don't know why they don't, and then you scroll through it. So like you don't have that option on this one. You just got the regular view. So that would be a cool thing. I'm kind of thinking Amazon might add this to the home screen at one point, so you have more of a touchscreen feel, because right now we just have the list items just like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review. I know I haven't covered everything, but it's hard to remember everything I've covered in the video. So check out the written review. I'll have more differences and similarities between them in that review. So, thank you for watching.